Hi and welcome to this video, and in this video I'm going to take you over the Cairngorm 4000s. That's the 5 peaks that are above 4,000 foot, like Brearach, which is our next objective. Please click the like button. Don't forget to subscribe for more like this.
Aye, have a good day. Have a good 2 days.
I got to head back, so cheers buddy.
See you soon, guys.
I've been turned back from Ben Macdui twice before, once 30 years ago, just with inadequate crampons, and then 2 years ago, too much snow, blizzards, an injury with my son, and now after 30 years of trying, it's important because it's a beautiful hill, but it's the UK's second highest mountain, below only Ben Nevis, and I would argue in some ways this is a more difficult summit in the winter because it's a long walk across very high terrain, above 1,000 meters for several miles. You might be a great man, but nice. Double checking our nav across here. That was hard, contouring and descending. Of course, it's all pathless terrain here. So the route up Cairngorms is here, so Corrour Bothy. We're just over here. This is the Larig Green Corrour Bothy there. Our route takes us up yonder and along. Like a music festival. So this is the famous Corrour Bothy. Always wanted to come here. Not smaller than I thought. Hi.
Alright.
Robin, you should be here. The trip was arranged originally with Walk with Wallace. So as a dedication to you, Robin. What time is it, Andy?
Rap o'clock.
That was a nasty climb up there from the Bothy. Whooshed. That's the Devil's Point there. And then Cairngorms and Angel's Peak up there. 2 o'clock-ish. Got to get over the top and find somewhere to camp. Into the clouds, unfortunately. Ben Macdui's over there. Andy's right there. Gnarly. Stuff of my dreams, to be honest. We were just wondering why we felt a little bit tired coming up here, but then we've worked out we've done Ben Macdui over the top, all that descent to the Larig Grue, and then climbing up here to this peak with some other ups and downs along the way is over 800 meters of climbing. So that's what you might do when you climb Scarfell Pike from Water. So, you know, quite a lot, and carrying full winter packs as well. Probably 15, 16 kg, so yeah, or more. I don't know what it is. Heavy. Score Nan Lochan, the hill above the loch. 4,000 number 4. You know what the nice thing around here is when it comes to collecting snow? No flipping sheep. Okay, everything's covered in snow, but generally not everything covered in sheep shit. This is a new one. This is my chocolate pudding floating in an iceberg. I don't think it'll catch on at a Michelin starred restaurant though. I just thought I'd bring you in now and have a little chat, because there's not been a lot of that in this video. It's been overall as a trip. We've got one more day to go. Pretty serious, because this is a fairly kind of serious place to be. Like for instance, a lot of today we've been over 1,000 meters, and we saw one person in the Corrour bothy. I saw 3 or 4 people, you know, about a kilometre away. And since we broke camp this morning below Ben Macdui, that's it. We haven't seen anybody else. Mostly pathless, a lot of climbing. Tell you what, I'll show you where we've been so far and where we are right now. So I hope you're enjoying the video so far. It's just different. It's just something hard. I'm really enjoying Andrew Park, who had to leave. He's always great company, but my mate Andy here, reliable and organised, and that's what you want in the winter mountains in the Cairngorms. Somebody who's got it dialed in. You listening, Andy? Slightly. Good morning, campers. Well, it's a balmy -6 outside. Not too bad in here. A bit of frost on the inside of the tent, but I had to pop the doors last night to get some through draft. Overall, this ventilation works quite well. The sleeping bag's dry. I definitely would like to see some tunable ventilation on the doors to help with through flow, because opening the doors wouldn't be good if there was spindrift or summer midges. Definitely some fresh snow. Oh, the state of the tent. I know, tent fish. This is the last morning. I know it's been cold. Oh, tent fish. Those of a nervous disposition might want to look away, but what I've been wearing for 3 days now is these Brunye thermo mesh longs, and I'm warm, dry and comfortable. They've been absolutely brilliant. Worn by Edmund Hillary and Sherpa Tenzing in 1953 to, not this actual pair. Winter camping tips. Now the first one is to put some warm water in there for me, so I've just had this in my jacket warming up, and then I've placed it on an insulated bootie. You don't just put it on the snow because the performance will drop off real quick. Another important winter tip, trying to keep your water from freezing. So what I've got in my pocket here is a Camelback insulated bottle, but it's upside down and locked, so at least the neck and valve is in the insulated pocket. I slept with it in my sleeping bag last night along with my other bottle, and I've topped them both up with warm water after my snow melt and brew, because if your water stops, there's no fresh water up here, you'll get dehydrated and of course your performance will drop rapidly. The Brynje Expedition 2 jacket is made out of a material I haven't come across before. We've got the good old Gore-Tex and Event breathable standbys, but this material is made out of 3-layer Charlotte WR, but it's got a membrane in called CR, I think. I'll put it on the screen. Now, that membrane is based on the adaptability seen in nature. So when pine cones feel heat, they open their leaves and release seeds. So in the same way, this fabric is designed when you get warm, like I'm ascending now, the pores will open and let more heat and moisture out. So it's got variable breathability, which over these 4 days I've worn it now in the mountains, it's certainly been doing that. If I'd been wearing a conventional shell, I would have had a lot of dampness on the inside and really would have been wearing just a soft shell, but I've been able to leave this hard shell on and not get too damp inside. The venting on it helps. It's a very warm jacket, got to wear light layers underneath, but in terms of breathability it seems to be just the job for this kind of hard mounted winter environment. Cliffs of Breach. Another important winter tip, these cornices here break off well back from the edge, so you need to keep on firm ground on the rocks, well away. Yes. Sronashish, I think this is. This is the entrance to the Lowry Grew, and what a place it is, lined by massive cliffs, great big cleft through the earth, producing the most dramatic scenery. Amazing. Now, before I forget, if you go on TikTok, follow Joel Adventure. I'll put a link below, because I keep taking little videos with my phone, and my son makes little videos on TikTok, and it's all kind of, well, a lot of it is kind of mountain inspiration stuff. He's just young and doing a great job, so yeah, Joel Adventure on TikTok, have a look. This is the Chalmain Gap. It links the Lowry Grew through a rocky cleft to the lower slopes of Cairngorm on the north side. So this brings me nicely onto gear and the tent and other equipment I've been using. It's been a harsh upland winter camp, albeit with modest winds, and what's worked and what would I change. This is not easy. I hate this stuff, especially with a heavy backpack on. Gear chat will be resumed as soon as we're through the boulder field. So firstly, the tarp tent arc dome worked really well, great ventilation, even though I had to pop the doors a little bit when it got a little bit damp in the night. The only caveat is with the pole tension and the available webbing on the cups, difficult to get the poles in. Otherwise it worked really well. On reflection, at the penalty of a bit more weight, I would have liked the Vern 1, but you know, as it was, the arc dome was fabulous. I think it would be a great tent in snow because that slippery, tough TNT material, any snow we did have, you can really hear it just slipping off the outside. So good. Sleep system, Nortent Ling sleeping bag, absolutely excellent, super comfortable. Keep an eye out there for the +5 degree version. The mat, the Nemo Tensor Extreme mat, could have been a bit warmer, but you know, I'm old and a bit sensitive to the cold. Cook system, the Soto Fusion Trek, coupled with the Fire Maple G2 750mm heat exchange pot, worked brilliantly. And incidentally, I'm not going to differentiate between gifted, loaned and purchased myself. There's a big mix up in this, and I've covered that before. What else? Clothing. So this Brynja jacket has been fabulous. This again is on loan to me by nordiclife.co.uk, so check them out, and I'll also link to the main Brynja website. Absolutely fantastic expedition quality gear. And the other piece of equipment I really want to thank is my body. At nearly 62, it's done absolutely brilliantly. And my friends, don't forget, you need to use your body while you still can, and we're just burying this lump of carbon and liquid for a while, and we've got to give it back. So hope you like the video. Please comment below what you thought on the equipment, the scenery, the route, any other winter backpacking trips you'd recommend. I read all of the comments, so they're getting a bit much now for me to reply to them all, but I try. And I'd really appreciate if you're not subscribed, do it. A few miles now. There's Cairngorm North and the ski slopes. We are parked just below that. Got to find our way up across here. So I'll leave you there. Thanks for watching. I hope your winter adventures are going great. Private, bring me my slippers and a schooner of brandy. That was a bitch, wasn't it? Yep.